Hey there, superstar. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Phil M. Jones. He's the author of the book, Exactly What to Say, which has sold 1.4 million copies worldwide. I know you are antsy to keep going on this conversation, so let's do it.
How does it set you up for long term? How does it allow you to be able to actually shape a more meaningful life for you as a human?
That's such a beautiful question. Thank you. And I didn't see it coming. When I started the big back end, I did it because I wanted a year's worth of revenue initially. I was very driven, as we talked earlier, by scarcity. I was in trouble. And so, but what happened was the year, my first client came upon her year end, and she came to me and she said, well, what happens now? Do you kick me out? Can I still work with you? And I went to my mentor. Yeah. So I went to my coach at the time, Mark LeBlanc, you know him.
Yeah.
And he said, well, go ahead and enroll her in a 2-year agreement. And I was like, you can do that? 2 years? And I was terrified. And he said, she loves you. She's asking you how to keep working with you. Give her an offer for 1 year and give her a better offer for 2.
Right.
So I did it. And she's still with me to this day, 8 years later.
Oh my goodness.
And all my clients now, when they complete 1 year, they go to a 2-year agreement.
And then a evergreen long-term agreement.
Yeah. And so what I realized, it took me a while, Phil. And sometimes I figure things out fast, and sometimes it takes me a while. But over the last 8 years, my focus has shifted.
Okay.
It's shifted from getting new clients to retaining clients.
Okay.
And now my focus is on adding value to my existing culture, which is now what I call it. I used to call it a program, then I called it a community, and now I call it a culture.
Right.
I'm not offering a program, I'm leading a culture. And as long as I am leading that culture with integrity, with love, with compassion, with solid, masterful content, and all the things, then people are going to stay.
Yeah.
And then that attracts new people anyways. So the shift has become that, and now that is way more fulfilling. I love it. I get voice notes from my clients about how this has changed their life, not just their business. And for me, that's been the big breakthrough for myself. It's not about a business now. It's my life. And not in a way that's bad or I don't know who I am or I've lost myself in my business. It's no, my business is an authentic reflection of what I came on this earth to do.
Love that. And what's it allowed you to be able to do as a human just outside of the work? What has it shaped that's almost in that fourth dimensional type stuff?
Oh, you're asking me all the good questions. I mean, it's given my life purpose and meaning.
Yeah.
And honestly, people tell me all the time, just being in my presence activates them into greater authenticity, leadership, integrity, right? That when I go places, people are like, wow, you've inspired me. And I don't even have to do all that much. And I think it's because my heart is so full and overflowing all the time that's what the energy I pump out into the world. And that's my model.
Yeah. And I guess that energy is amplified through the culture of the other people that are already in it as well.
That's the word, amplification. Actually, I have a model, which we may get into. Why don't we talk about it a little, see if we can capture this. My model that I'm working on now, that I haven't really talked about or released, is called ALMA.
Okay.
ALMA it means soul in Spanish. It stands for alignment, leadership, manifestation, amplification.
Okay.
And the idea is, if you think the alignment piece, imagine, my whole thing is superstar activator, right? So imagine a star, a 5-pointed star. We don't have one around, but it's almost like a human, right?
Yeah.
There's a point up this way, the head. There's the 2 arms and the 2 legs.
Yep.
That's a 5-pointed star. So that's the model. It starts with that star, in order for it to shine light into the world at the maximum amount of light to bring into the world, it starts from the inside. There's a combustion that happens that creates heat and creates light, right? And it's there. My theory or my principle, my model is that we create that combustion inside of us through alignment first.
Right.
When we are aligned with our purpose, when we are aligned with our physical practices, with our values, when we've made peace with our past and we are clean and clear about who we are and we have a clear vision into the future, we're in alignment and we can send light out into the world more effectively.
Because you've embodied it in a way that says, actually, I got this, which then I guess dances you to that leadership piece.
That is our leadership.
Yep. And then that gets you to be able to say, well, actually, I'm going to shepherd and steward this out in the world. And then that manifests into the...
It magnetizes, it manifests, it brings it back.
Okay. And then the work is a never-ending story of amplification. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, because it magnetizes the people that are going to go amplify the message.
So anybody looking to be able to start a big speaking business needs to do the same thing, right? Is to start on saying, how do you get truly aligned? This isn't, I got a cute idea that I think I can speak about. This is whole of truth, truth to you, and a level of truth that nobody else understands.
That is what alignment is. In my definition, I made this up. It's not in a dictionary. It's how much you embody truth in every aspect of your life.
And, if I share about what that means in my world is I believe that there isn't a problem that can't be solved that if you just took more intentionality to your language and knew exactly what to say, right? I believe that it has a positive or negative contributing effect towards every single issue that anybody is facing.
Yeah, and you embody that fully.
Right. And, like David Horsager, who's a mutual friend of ours in the $1 Million Speakers group again, he's done this whole body of work around the impact of trust in corporations, in relationships, etc. And he believes that there isn't a problem in any business, any organization, any relationship that can't be solved by focusing on where you've lost trust or where you're gaining trust. And that's the alignment piece, right?
Yes.
So much belief that it is unquestionable to you. Not necessarily the truth, but it's your truth. And only once you've got that can you then be able to actually take it out towards the world. And if you're not there yet, do the work to be able to get ready on the alignment piece. And some of that is gaining experience that second guesses you. And until you've workshopped your material, until you've made yourself vulnerable with your material to live audiences, you got nothing, because you got to get them to shape the edges off and give you the cuts and bruises.
Well, and that's how you get into alignment. When you realize what's out of alignment. Oh, that didn't land right. That didn't feel good. That was, okay, let me tweak, right?
That's experience and mastery, right?
That's mastery. All right, Phil, hold on. I'm going to pause you right there because we're going to need to put this into another video. I will see you in part 2 of this conversation.
You're not searching for credibility, you're searching for positioning.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we should always be looking to be able to shape towards, is that as you grow, accept that the position you had is not the position you will need forever, and that you have to keep giving birth to new versions.